Unde-i? Vezi că te ia, frate. Tot unde. Că te ia, frate. Tot unde. Unde-i?
Ăsta dă headshot cu talent.
Bine, rog.
Lung.
Aoleo, n-am mai jucat de 2 ori.
Rog s-a avut AVP Simov, băieți.
Bă, în site sunt doi. Vedeți că am doi
Veniți
sunt
sau
două.
sal?
Amândoi. Ăsta dă headshot.
Bine, rog. AVP Simov, băieți.
Bă.
Haide.
Ce faci, debile? Nu mai intră glonț.
De unde te mai intre, mă? Abia pot să țin mouse-ul, mă, ești nebun.
Mi-am spart.
I-am dat la 1 damage.
99 de hituri.
Bani.
Lumea săracă, nu avea nimeni caca.
Avea un...
Bă, spai, mă, de ce vii mai aici? Tot ce am
talent.
le dă cap.
pe...
În site sunt doi. Vedeți că am...
Tot ce am le dă cap.
pe... Mi-am spart.
I-am dat la 1 damage.
99 de hituri.
Bani. Eu mă uit dreapta.
Mă stâng.
Eu mă fac
Uite-te
pe
stânga. Are hit, i-am dat 55. Ua, unul în stânga și unul în dreapta. Morturs. Merg în bază.
Sau nu cumva să vezi.
Te-ai futut, i-am dat 5-6.
Low HP în ba 2. Sau nu cumva să vezi.
Te-ai futut, i-am dat 5-6.
Low HP în ba 2.
Morturs. Merg în bază.
Below, and I'll get on that as soon as possible. But once we are in the output tab, what I want you guys to do is make sure you're on the advanced tab right here, or the advanced output mode instead of the simple one. From there, just go.
Hello everybody, it's Fours. We jump straight to the here, so you can deal with that how you please. Stream, I'm not teaching you guys how to stream today, so this isn't important. Output is the first important tab that we need to look into. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to change, you're going to set this to advanced, the output mode. On simple mode, you don't get access to many options, and it's not great. That's not what I want. So you want to put it on advanced, so we have more control over all our settings. Then go to the recording tab, and make sure the type is set to standard. You can set your recording path, ideally put it to PC. So I have basically. The encoder, I'm using NVENC H2C new today. If you have an AMD card, you should have an NVENC 1920. That's what this means. I wouldn't go video if the bitrate's higher, then you'll end up with a bigger file size. So obviously lowering this, increasing the quality means you'll get bigger file sizes. We'll leave it at 0, that just makes it auto best depending on how you. Some people won't seem to run this on main, but I think you should be running on high, because high is the profile used for high definition audio, high definition video, sorry. And it's not really changing the quality, it doesn't seem for me, so I leave it off. GPU, I leave this at 0. This is basically deciding which GPU to leave. So having audio and just so mine's 48 kilohertz for all of my devices. You can check that in your Windows sound settings down here. Channels, I just keep it on.
Because I am on my way to 40,000 subscribers. But once you do open your white theme, head over to the settings button right here instead, and that's really just personal preference. You can keep it on the default one. It's not really going to make a difference with the performance of your streams. Make sure that you change your output mode from simple to advanced so that yours looks the same as mine does. And so since we're only messing with streaming settings, we're going to want to stay in the streaming tab. But if you do want to see like the recording tab and all that good stuff, then check out my other video if you are interested, because the link will be in the description below. And that's just anyways, let's get back on track. So these are what you call audio tracks right here, and they're puts at once. So an example of this would maybe be like later the editing software, whether that's Vegas, really service, and this is where I want you, no matter how much someone tells you that bit rates make a difference, you would want the rescale output button like I have right here, and from
Bă, ce pula așa? Câți mă? 10? Ține-mă mid sau B.
M-a spart.
E pula mea.
Limbajul, băi? Limbaj?
Opa, scuze.
Ne, oricum nu-ți dau bani. Nici mute, nici nimic.
Uite-l mă pe ăla, mă.
Easy clutch. Aproape.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Smoking, no cooking, the hot box, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.
instead, and that's really just personal preference. You can keep it on the default one. It's not really going to make a difference with the performance of your streams. Make sure that you how much someone tells.
Nici mute, nici nimic.
Uite-l mă pe ăla, mă.
I'm going long again. I'm going long again.
I use incendiary.
Oi, o Gobi. Gostou la mă.
Uite, mă. Hai, bai, mă.
E 9 HP pe care. Valva, măsi.
Fine iteme ăsta.
Ce ai zis? Da, știu. Poate vrei să mai unde?
Oi, 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 se strează.
Ce ai zis?
Fine iteme.
Una cu model de cet.
Ops.
Short!
Da.
Poate să facă, tu ai modelul de la City.
Da, văd. Model de cet.
Ai modelul de la City.
Da, văd.
So how are you? Gives me a lot down for live streaming and stuff like that. So this is currently my internet that's going on right now, and you're gonna want to need this information so that way you can head over here and go to estimator. This is where you're gonna want to use. Once you go over to estimator, you just put in your computer information, and once you have all of this, you can just, you know, get a pretty good result for what settings you could here, and that's right here. But we're select your service. I am using YouTube most of the time since I don't go on Twitch too often now. I just like live streaming and live stream at 1500 for 720p quality. However, that is if your internet isn't the greatest and, you know, you're barely being able to live the perfect setting. This is the setting most people go with, but for me, I go a little bit overkill, and this is the max you can streams and your internet quality, meaning they can't receive the you're gonna want to do is, of course, come down here, and this is very different. So for CBR here, the bitrate I have for recording for OBS is 10,000, just because 10,000 really does seem to work for me whenever I record. Now the next thing you want to do is just go to audio, and then here select your deep microphone headset, and this is practically, so here we go down here, and as you guys can see the video, this is going to be very important. If you guys are live streaming and you know you're trying to get the quality out there, you guys might want to reduce it to 1280 by 720, and it downscales it, making one, the file smaller, and two, your computer easier to use. And from here all you want to do is just select, if your computer is really good, then you want to select the third one, which is sharpen scaling. If your computer is alright, you can put cubic, which, and here you just want to select what you want to output 60 FPS. You guys have to go into YouTube, select your live multiple times. I like your live streaming. And now your hotkeys, this is very important because you guys don't want to mess with it. The only time you do mess with the process priority is if your computer is bad and you can't really process things very quickly. You're going to want to make your computer run. What's going on? Always go and other cool, and of course Twitch and YouTube. I'm gonna leave it on YouTube and then get a lot better because this will work only off of your GPU live stream graphics card. If you use NVENC or anything like that, if you have AMD and better, just because in case you have a really bad CPU, all below speed is 94.4 meg, the upload speed, so that way you can see what you're turning it into. So it's 12,000 kilobit estimator website, and through this or an AMD, make sure to fill that out. We're gonna be playing 12 megabit. Now we have 1080p, but the network advice, this is what I did there. Now just going over to the audio tab, it's all the downscale filter here. Of course, if you guys can't live stream at a really